You know, I will say this though. There was a moment though. There was a really great moment when we were on the subway train coming back from, I think it was the Godzilla slide.
I didn't put a hand on that girl.
No. You know, we're just trying to keep to ourselves stuff. But I was so excited, and we were talking a little bit, and there was this older couple. Do you remember? They were kind of sitting.
I do remember that. Yes.
And the gentleman all of a sudden says, "So, where did you say you went?" And then all of a sudden, oh my gosh, he speaks English, and so I just started to go into it.
And where we had just been.
Oh, we should.
Let's just set this up.
Was this now? I don't know which one of you this came from, but
I think it was James.
Was it you, James?
James pointed it out to me.
That pitched this idea of going
It's
to
this park,
this
right?
park
I was obsessed with it.
to see a 30-foot Godzilla slide for children.
Yeah.
That was a day for us, by the way.
It's in Yokosuka, which is a day trip from Tokyo. It's about 45 minutes away by train. And it's a pretty remote location. Part of the significance is that this is where Godzilla in 1954 in the movie geographically first set foot on Japan.
Aha!
Oh, and this is called the Kurihama Flowerland. Right?
Yes.
That's the name of the park.
Yes.
It's a
A very beautiful
Yeah,
park.
not
like everything.
Monsterland, Flowerland.
Flowerland.
And imagine this is what happens. So this idea is pitched. We all say, yeah, let's see the slide.
And I demanded.
And you demanded.
Yeah, we're
gonna
going
go.
to
Okay,
this.
so I'm
I didn't care.
So
how,
I'm game.
Yes,
I'm
you are.
game.
You were.
And the day that we're going to do this had to have been easily the coldest, rainiest, windiest time that we had been there.
It is true.
Well,
It
actually,
was-
someone said it was a record.
Yeah, it was bad.
It was pretty miserable.
Bad. So we have umbrellas and everything, but we get off the train. Now I'm thinking that it's going to be. I'm an optimist. You know
yeah.
me.
Yeah, Mr. Optimist.
I'm thinking that we're going to get off the train. We're going to leave the station. It's 2 blocks away. It's going to be a little thing, and I'm going to walk in and go, oh, there it is. Oh, that's great. Okay, let's go. Let's go eat.
Yeah. Because you thought about food a lot.
Yeah.
No,
Well,
true.
because the food is so
Yeah, yeah,
amazing there, but that's a whole other story.
Yeah.
So that is not the case.
No, it is not.
We walk and we walk and we walk,
Blocks.
and it's block
Blocks
after
of-
block after block.
Uphill. By the
Well,
way.
no,
Well,
we
not-
haven't
no,
even got to
remember,
that.
we haven't got to that.
No. Now this is just regular
and
walking.
it's still raining.
Right.
Wind.
My the umbrella I had, kind of got eaten by the wind.
all
It's
upside
upside
down. Yeah, all over
But
the
I had a
place.
really thick jacket on, so I was actually nice and toasty.
Well, and I was relatively warm for a while.
Yeah.
But so I'm thinking that we're going to get to the slide soon, and James, who always worries me when he gets that far away look. You know that
Yeah,
look of
I do know the look.
When he starts looking in all directions, like, oh
yeah.
shit.
Okay, wait.
We're in
wait.
the wrong city.
It's
right?
like, wait, you know where we're going, right? Because look, correct me if I'm wrong. We kind of relied on James a lot to get us from
James
point A
was
to
kind
point
of like
B.
our
He had-
guide. Our point person.
And he had an app too.
Yeah.
He had
It was
Yeah.
a very helpful app.
There's this thing called
But
apps.
he
They're
was-
on phones.
But there's
and
no
they're awesome.
Godzilla slide
No,
app.
but he was our Chirpa. He was our
Chirpa?
Sherpa.
A Chirpa.
Chirpa.
That
through
sounds a little
Japan.
racist. It's our Chirpa, man.
I'm sorry, I've been drinking a little bit.
All right. So anyway, so we're walking and we're walking, rain, wind, and all this, and James is up in front of us, and he asks somebody,
To make sure we're going the right way.
Gojira slide.
and the guy points like up the street.
Yeah, what
and
did
then
he say to you? What
and
did he
then
say?
right?
What did he say?
They all know what Gojira means,
Yeah.
fortunately. That's a universal word. No, he just pointed up. And
To the sky.
Godzilla dead.
I think he said,
You not watch the movie?
up the hill. He goes, I think he said straight.
And you came out and you told us.
All
You said
right.
straight up the hill.
We were in the ballpark, so we knew where to go, and we entered the park.
Yeah,
and
we make
then-
a right,
Yeah.
and then we look, and it's this road that
Going
goes
up
off
a mountain.
up a mountain into infinity,
like a 50-degree
it goes
angle.
into the clouds.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, man.
and okay, all right, and so again, I'm optimistic. I'm thinking, well, we're gonna,
Yeah.
at some point there's gonna be a turn. It's gonna be right there,
Right.
And we're walking and we're walking and we're
a hike.
walking, and it's raining. I'm cold
Mm-hmm.
and I'm hot at the same time because
Yeah.
I'm sweating
Yeah.
and freezing. the sweat is icicles on me. It was rough.
And nobody else is stupid enough to be in this park.
There was nobody there.
There's only people leaving.
Yeah.
There were like people saying in Japanese, basically, "Fuck this, come back in summer."
So
Apparently, they were American Indians.
So there was a from
an old western.
Okay, look. So we enter this
terrible
park,
at dialects and accents.
We enter this park, and there is a sign, and it has a little picture of Godzilla. Remember that?
Well, no. Well, yes, but then we're walking and walking and walking.
And what's it say? There's a sign that says.
Finally, we get about what I think is enough walking.
Yeah.
And we see a sign that says shows a picture of Godzilla, and then it says 700 meters.
Yeah.
So another 700 meters.
So I'm thinking that's like 700 feet. It's not very far.
No, no.
Well, my metric isn't.
Yeah.
Well, my metrics. I didn't have my metric system.
So
hat
it was.
on.
So we walk and walk and walk and walk.
And we're going uphill.
We're going uphill,
continuously
and finally, there's a little kind of a viewing platform where we can look at the whole park. And I kind of get out of my misery for a second.
Yeah, it was very picturesque.
And I like this. This is very beautiful.
Fog kind of coming in.
I have to admit, this is a very nice scenic picture. So my mood is starting to improve, and everybody else seems to be like, you're in a great mood. Still.
Yeah,
everybody else.
Because I could tell you're kind of being a little Mr. Grumpy. So I thought,
I'm a diva.
This is great, man.
Yeah,
Look, Matt, we're almost there. Yeah, we're almost. I was trying to give you that push.
It helps.
A little
it
extra
helps.
push.
It helps.
And then
we go up. We kind of snake around,
and
then Gina, John's wife,
says,
sees Godzilla, the tip of his head,
and she says,
and it's not what you think.
No. She says, there he is. And when she said that, I went, I got all excited, and sure enough, we came around the bend.
You did the Speed Racer excited voice.
Because I was excited. No, Matt, I was excited. Yeah. And this is something I've been dreaming about. I've been wishing. I've always wanted to see this ever since James told me about it. And we got up there, and it was magical.
Well, and that's where I have to agree. And that's really where it started to change for me. Because when someone tells you that you're going to a Godzilla slide, in my mind, I picture what a shitty Godzilla slide would be in this country.
Yeah,
exactly.
Paper mache, and
how Americans
the local,
would do it.
the local kindergarten made it. And you're like,
and two-dimensional. It'd only be like
it would be a card, right? Yeah, exactly, right. There'd be two cards on the side of the slide, right? Yeah, and so we turn the corner and we find. Well, now we go and we see the thing in its majestic glory, and it's amazing. It's beautiful, and it is. This thing was sculpted and painted with love.
It's like picture a great Bondi figure of Godzilla.
But huge.
It was gorgeous.
Yeah,
huge.
it's
with
pretty
this
awesome.
slide
Just
in the middle of where its junk should be. And is this children's slide?
Well,
hey,
no, it wasn't. No. See, okay,
you entered the taint down the slide.
Larry, you entered that taint 3 times.
It ain't a monster. It ain't a slide.
This is where everyone thinks it's really funny. And the honest truth is, if you see, we'll probably post some pictures on Facebook. But listen, you don't enter that. It's just there's a little area just right below where his tummy is. And it's like a little, but there's a little space you go through.
But the tail is the slide, right?
Yes.
Right, yeah, it's pretty awesome.
That's not.
But what's so great about this though is again. This Godzilla slide in this huge park, and there's nobody else. It was just us. Yeah. It was like there for Monster Party.
Yeah.
Well, it was there for Monster Party because no one would be dumb enough to come out on the coldest, most horrible day.
Well, let's face it. If it was like a sunny, warm day, it wouldn't really have been quite as special.
I felt like we worked to get there, and once we were there, we started going.
It was my mission.
And you went down the slide. You went
Matt,
down the slide a bunch of times.
I did, and I was determined. It's like, this is what I've been dreaming about. I'm going to go down this slide. And it had been raining, and I climb up the little steps, right in front. And when you look as you go down the slide, it's kind of narrow. It's really for children.
Because it's made for kids.
Yeah, it is. Yeah. But dang it, Sean, I was going to go down the slide. So no, look.
So we're like 4 Japanese kids.
Okay, so what I did is I'm going to go down the slide, and what I did is I kind of crouched down, and it's actually
it's very ingenious how you figured it out.
Like if you're going to go skiing, I kind of crouched down and I slid down the slide, and it was awesome. It was great.
And you didn't
Sean.
get your butt wet.
No, I didn't get my butt wet. It'd been raining and the slide was kind of wet, but I didn't get my butt wet. But I was so excited. I did. I went down 3 times. I invited you guys to go down. You guys, Matt's no, just look at the slide for a distance.
No, I was putting on a fresh wig. At that point.
and
powdering it.
And to our listeners, though, if you ever get the chance to go out there, the cool thing about this place is when you see the statue. it's kind of surrounded. There are these giant towers, right, with the telephone, the electricity.
The whole setting is kind of cool.
It
and you
looks,
have the background, you have the greenery, and it just looks like
Godzilla would actually attack it.
Well, Larry, did you channel for a moment Fred Flintstone when you were sliding down the tail?
No, I did not. My thought was always on Godzilla, Godzilla, Godzilla.
There you go.
I mean, when I went down that slide for a moment, I was 5 years old.
Yeah, totally.
And,
Yeah,
and you know, I had so much fun there, and then you guys were there, and we were all having a great time. Yeah. And it was tough to leave. I really didn't want to go.
Well, I got to a place where I think there was a point where you guys wanted to leave, and I was like, "No, let's take another picture."
We did take a lot of photos there, and it was a blast. And that was a very.
But I also
memorable.
love the fact that we're there and there's nobody there, and then all of a sudden there's this little car train.
No, there's a bus.
Little bus,
little
came
tram.
by.
Yeah, a little tram thing that will get you up the hill and back. And there was a couple people
There were some
inside
people
it,
in there all looking
and
at
all
us.
just looking at us. Didn't stop.
No,
didn't
they did
stop for us.
And they smiled.
They smiled and kept driving.
And then we kind of waved, and they kind of
Hi.
waved back. And,
Hi, we're dying out here. Send help, please.
No, but that
senior citizens.
No, but the Godzilla slide was such a great experience.
Well, it's
and-
also something that you don't go to casually unless you live in the neighborhood. You gotta find the right train.
Yeah,
you gotta
right,
make
right.
a
Yeah, we
day
did
of it.
research.
Good point. Yeah.
And that was nice. We're going to our next place, and we're on the train, and that's when the
Yes.
couple listens to us. We're telling this whole story of the Godzilla slide.
Yes.
And this guy goes, "Where did you go?" And that's when you go into your whole
I go into
spiel.
my whole spiel because I was so happy. You could try to be as mean to me as you possibly could, and it wouldn't affect me because I was so
When am
happy.
I ever mean to you?
You're always mean.
I'm never
You're
mean to you.
always mean. But
I'm
this,
always with love.
you could not take this moment away from me because I was so happy. And then, and do you remember when that old man said to us? He says, "Oh, so where did you go?" The Godzilla slide. And I started talking to him about the Godzilla slide. He goes, "Oh, you Godzilla fan?" And yes, I'm a big Godzilla fan. And we talked to him about Monster
Show your
Party.
pictures of your stuff.
Yeah. And I whipped out the Monster Party logo thing. He goes, "Oh," and he was looking at it. It was so fun. That was such a fun moment.
Well,